Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley. You would have been so proud of me last night.
Yeah. Really? What'd you do?
You'd have been so proud. We had our Power of the Purse event, which
Mhm.
I've been a little off lately. I haven't been feeling all that good.
Yeah.
And I got to fake it through a lot of stuff.
Right.
It felt
We've
good
had
to
these
be there.
discuss.
It
Yeah.
did. But I was the first guy up on the runway to model a purse.
Mhm.
So and I was also the music for the night too. So I was doing two
Double
things.
duty.
Double
Yeah.
duty
I'm
and
well
donated
aware.
all of the sound system and DJ time. Free of charge. That's
Okay.
me. I give. That's what I do.
Good for you.
So here I am. I'm on the side of the stage and they're like, "Are we ready to get going with the auction?" And the whole place is like, "Woo!" We're
Yeah.
all drunk and, full of meatballs and everything else. And I'm like, "All right." So up I go. I jump to get up on this little runway thing right in the middle of the room.
Mhm.
My foot catches the side of the runway flat on my face, right in front of the
Oh,
entire room
no.
of people. Bam!
Oh, man.
I
What
thought
now, let
twice
me ask
about
you,
it.
was there a tuba playing after that happened or
I,
no?
boom, 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 boom,
Womp
boom.
womp.
I thought twice about it, and I'm laying there on the floor, and I thought, this is my moment. This is the chance for me to score big. If I just
Okay.
fake it, I could, because literally every judge and most of the cops in the entire county are there.
Uh-huh.
They would all have to recuse themselves from testifying. I could bullshit my way to $1 million in a minute. Oh, I'm so hurt. My back. Oh, whatever.
Oh,
But no, I
man.
jumped up and I went, ta-da, like that. And then, being the first one out there too, difficult
Yeah.
because
Yes.
they're drunk-ish, but not
Mhm.
loaded
But
like
they're
they
not
are.
where they're gonna be later on.
Right.
Yes.
And so I think I think my purse sold for $350. And then later on in the night, I got drubbed by everybody else who sold
Uh,
for serious money.
well, yeah, I mean, and that's what happens because once they get a few cocktails in them, you get a few dudes with purses going through
Yeah.
already, and then
I'll
all of
give you
that.
$1,000 for that.
"Oh,
Yep. Yep.
it won't
So
cost me any money. I'll just write a check."
here, honey, look at this. Yeah. Yep.
Well,
Yep.
good for you, man.
And your
Awesome.
night is tomorrow night for
No,
getting
not
pawed
tomorrow
at.
night. It's a week. It's a week from tonight.
Oh, it's a week from tonight.
It's
So
a
we got that
week
to talk
from
about
tonight.
next week for Bras for a Cause.
Yeah, Bras for a Cause. Again, I know exactly what you're talking about. Now, I will not be modeling this year. I'll just be
Oh,
co-hosting this year because I
nice.
can't. I got a little knee and a Achilles issue that's bugging me. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about because there was always your co-host. You're doing the thing, and you got the modeling thing coming up, but it's always better. I always like to be more. I didn't like to be at the very end, but
Yep.
I like to be kind of early, middle-ish to where, as you're saying, you get first of all that allows me to have a couple more,
Yep.
and then the other people who are going to be bidding, mainly ladies, could have a few more.
Right.
So it makes it easier
It does.
for
It does.
to get through the event.
It does. It does.
Little lubrication never hurt.
Right. But anyway, so I kicked off the entire night with a classic
Mhm.
trip and fall. Nothing.
Nice.
I couldn't have done better on Johnny Carson if I would have
Right.
done a trip and fall out onto the stage.
Let me ask you on a scale of 1 to Dick Van Dyke at the beginning of the Dick Van Dyke Show, where do you land on
I went all the way
that
down.
trip and fall?
I mean,
Yeah, I know. I mean, but how good? What was it? Was it Dick? Was it boom? Hey, this was as
I've
good
never
as
seen the Dick Van Dyke Show.
you know. Are you kidding me? Dun, 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 dun,
I never.
and it starts with him.
I know that,
Him
but
tripping
I
over
just
the
don't like
ottoman.
Dick Van Dyke. I like Dick Van Dyke in Night at the Museum, but that's about it.
You like Andy Griffith and you don't like Dick Van Dyke. How is that possible?
Well, Andy Griffith's cool. Dick Van Dyke's weird.
What?
He's a weirdo.
No, Andy Griffith is weird. Dick Van Dyke
No,
is
he's
cool. That's how
not.
he
Dick
got
Van
Mary
Dyke's a
Tyler
creep.
Moore.
Huh?
That's why he got young Mary Tyler Moore, and Andy Griffith was saddled with Aunt B.
Oh, whatever.
because he couldn't hold
Let's
down a lady.
look, dude. Let's take a look over the cast of ladies on the Andy Griffith Show. We start off.
None of them are as good as young Mary Tyler Moore or older Mary Tyler Moore. Sorry.
Listen.
Thelma Lou had her good points.
That was Barney Fife.
I don't want to shit. I wasn't gonna shit on Thelma Lou.
All right, but she was Barney's girl.
Yeah.
Let's start off with the pharmacist, Ellie.
Okay.
Cha.
Still not,
Eleanor
still
Donahue. Not, beautiful. Then
still not Mary Tyler Moore. Sorry.
We move on to a couple of the county nurses. One with dark hair, one with blonde hair. Both stunning.
Again.
Go
ahead.
And now the biggest faux pas you've made out of the whole thing?
Go ahead. Hit me.
Really?
Go ahead.
I have to remind you?
Remind me.
Comes down out of the mountains with her brothers. The Dillards.
Blanking. Okay.
That's
close.
Charlene Darling. You know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
All right. So I want you to take back everything you just said.
No, I can't.
You're gonna have to.
I can't, because that's a good shot you made. You stated it's way better than your case for Genesis v. the Eagles.
Charlene Darling.
I still think I gotta give the nod, albeit it's close. I still gotta give a slight edge to Mary Tyler Moore there.
Well, you're
slight edge.
Mary Tyler Moore knew Rhoda, and Rhoda is a -20. She pulls.
No, she's not.
Rhoda pulls everybody down.
Valerie Harper, no.
Yes.
Valerie Harper adds to it.
Rhoda is
first of all, and that was the Mary Tyler Moore show. That wasn't Dick Van Dyke.
Rhoda, but even being associated with Rhoda.
That was after the fact too, and I liked Rhoda.
No,
and I liked the bounty lady who played Rhoda's mom.
Mary Tyler Moore.
Rosie.
Sucked. Dick Van Dyke sucked.
Oh God.
Andy Griffith is where it's at.
Oh Jesus.
Come to terms with life. You're gonna have to start getting a grip on things.
Sometimes you make me do this. You make
really
me do this. That's a head scratcher.
All right. Do some news or something, wouldn't you?
Let's get into it. The U.S. and Qatar have reached an agreement to prevent Iran from accessing $6 billion recently unfrozen as part of a prisoner swap. The U.S. Deputy Secretary reportedly said in a closed-door meeting that money, quote, isn't going anywhere anytime soon. The agreement comes amid scrutiny and Iran's role in backing Hamas, the terrorist group behind the attacks on Israel. It's a good thing you got this froze. You can't be giving Iran any money now. But CIA, I mean, this is another thing we brought upon ourselves forever ago, and this goes back decades. CIA admitted to backing a coup in Iran back in 1953 that made them undemocratic. So this is in part our doing.
It's a mess.
So, it's a mess. And I mean, I don't want to call it, we're not, it's like one of those, that's what kind of builds to this. Of course, all blame for what happened recently goes on Hamas. Horrific, awful terrorist act. You can't excuse it. I don't know what their end game is here, other than creating creating chaos.
Dude, if you haven't looked at the world trend, chaos is the way to get attention from almost any level of anything. Even here in America, the creators of chaos are thriving because it's profitable and it's 100%. Ridiculous. And the mindset that people feed off this chaos has got to come to an end. I mean, it is the perfect storm of profitability for those who want to make money on clickbait, fake news, carrying on and on. And I mean, dude, we are in a downward spiral with all of this garbage based on chaos and people trying to position themselves as I'm the one that can clean this all up. Every corner of the earth with all this chaos that we see everywhere. There's somebody out there going, I'm the strong arm that can clean all this up. And generally, they're the ones that are creating the chaos. So
or
it's
at least
time.
playing a part in it. It's one or the
I
other
know.
usually.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I don't know. Again, it's not gonna be one person. You know, everybody looks to this is the person that's gonna come in here, or this party will do it, or that party will do it, and that's just not going to happen.
No.
And and by the way, of course, today uh, needs to be mentioned. Uh, the former Hamas leader calling for a jihad worldwide.
Yeah.
So not to scare anybody, not to be like, go about your business, go about your daily business. Just keep your head on a swivel.
There you go.
That's it. It's just a good thought to have today. Anyway, what else is happening? Exercise is as effective as medication when it comes to treating depression and anxiety. According to the latest research, 44% of those taking antidepressants or working out 2 to 3 times per week for 45 minutes experienced improvement in their symptoms. The 16-week trial involved 141 patients in the Netherlands. You know, you can do both. You know, because some people, and you can speak to this as much as many people can. You know, dealing with depression and stuff, and I know everybody deals with it at different levels, but
Yep.
like no one pill is going to fix anybody. It's going to require lifestyle changes. And I had a bit of this over a decade ago after Alexa and I broke up, and we're both dealing with being single parents, and I'm thinking about all of this. And that is when I started. It was just as that was coming to an end that I started, just to get my mind off stuff, just starting to work out a little
Right.
bit. And it was a slow thing.
Right.
And but it started, I noticed that I was starting to feel a little less anxious, that my mind cleared up a little. It wasn't oh my God, I all of a sudden feel great and I'm not sad at this thing ending. But
think a
it
big part of
did
it for you
alleviate
too.
some of it.
I think a big part of it for you too was walking around naked in a men's locker room. I think that really helped.
First
Which
of all,
was
I've never
nice.
done that.
Oh,
I've never done that
sure,
ever.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Not even like even in high school gym class or middle school gym class. You know, you put your clothes on relatively quickly. You don't sit around going, or ta-da, no, or start.
I've seen the way
gyrating
you look
or
at me,
something.
so
Okay. Don't bring. You know what? Again, that moment in the hospital, it was
You
my
looked.
peripheral. I didn't look. I caught. I don't even know what I half saw. For the
We
record,
didn't see much
just
because I'm
throwing that out
Irish, but it was like
there.
this.
Okay, come on.
I'm sitting in the hospital in my gown. I make a move, and you're like,
No. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Finally, the 4-1 Detroit Lions look to continue their roll on the road in Tampa against the 3-1 Bucks. The Lions currently have a 2.5 game lead in the NFC North. Detroit, a 3-point favorite. That game has been flexed to the afternoon.
that's the one I was
Big
thinking.
Stage,
Oh,
4:25.
can't wait.
Sunday PM kickoff.
What a thrill.
Big game. Lion fans, I'm just going to caution you now.
Uh-oh.
Okay, this could be a trip up game.
This is where
they
it all
lose
implodes.
this game, which I think they could. Tampa Bay is resurgent. Tampa Bay needs this game. This would be a bigger win for Tampa than it would be a loss for Detroit, because they've already got a couple of marquee road wins against Kansas City and Green Bay. That doesn't mean Detroit can't win, but I wouldn't be shocked if they lose this one, because they're not going to run the table. They're very good. They're going to win the division. Just don't get upset if you happen to trip up in this one, because it's a distinct possibility. Just cautious. Still be optimistic. You can still win this thing. Just don't be overly disappointed at a defeat on Sunday.
I'm going to be overly disappointed because I spent all kinds of money on T-shirts and pom-poms.
Of course. Yes, I know you. You're at the head of.
You saw the T-shirt.
You are driving the bandwagon now.
That's what I'm doing.
Good on you. Okay, what else is happening this week? We got Sparty against Rutgers. Nobody cares. Michigan. I don't know that Michigan State will win another football game.
They suck.
They do suck. They're terrible. Suck this year.
I mean, think about it. It's their little brother.
Okay, look.
We should always be praising the U of M. Always.
Okay, see, this is why I root against Michigan. This
Well,
is
that's no
why.
problem. I mean, you can root.
Arrogant.
It's
The Ann Arbor hacky sack hash bash, undeserved, haven't won a national championship for over 2.5 decades,
see.
and that was a co-championship that I
Here's the
don't really
problem.
count. You
It's
really
it's
haven't
the
won one
ankle
since you were playing
biting
barefoot.
drive-through
No,
hires that all are
no,
pissed off because they're not.
no.
You know what? If you start putting men on the moon,
And I'm not.
I will turn to Michigan State and become the biggest fan ever.
Okay,
When that
again.
day happens, you let me know.
Nobody gives a shit about the space program
Yes, they
anymore.
do.
It's not the 1960s.
Everybody
cares.
loves the space program.
Nobody's gonna care until we go to Mars.
No, they care.
That's the next time we'll care. Nobody even cares when people go into space anymore because it's becoming like riding on a bus at this point.
Well, I
Very expensive bus
personally,
trip.
if I see a launch
riding
going
on
on, I stop and watch.
Mm.
I'm a patriot. I believe in
So
that
you're the
kind of
one.
stuff.
All right.
Yep.
Michigan, meanwhile, hasn't
Rules.
played anybody, and they
See,
still
now
won't
you got
play
to belittle
anybody after this
Michigan. Why are you
weekend.
that way? Stop it.
Because they haven't played anybody yet. Michigan
they
fans
have.
admit this. And I've said this. What have I said? As the objective crackerjack journalist I am, Michigan's the best team in college football probably
Absolutely.
right now.
And
Although
they're the best
I don't
at medicine,
know that for sure
and they're the
because
best
they
at
haven't
dental,
played anybody.
and
Okay,
they're the
sure.
best at engineering, and they're the best at astronaut stuff,
Good.
and they got the best band, and they've
Okay.
got the best basketball team.
No,
and-
okay. Whoa. No.
Hey, I'm speaking.
No, okay.
It's my turn to talk.
No.
The grown-ups are talking.
No. Because I was going to say, wait till basketball season. Sparty, a national title contender.
No.
Michigan isn't anywhere in the top 40 at this point.
Michigan's going to smoke them.
This is sorry. You want to
Smoke
bet
'em.
on that right now? I will bet you right now Sparty sweeps Michigan in hoops.
No.
That bet I will take.
I will not feed
That
into
bet
your
I will
gambling
take.
addiction. No, sir.
Hey, it's investments. It's
not.
investments, my friend.
It's a problem.
That's sports. Well, it probably is. But
All right. It's time for Jeopardy, and Colton Woods had to have today off for his fall break. I know. Fall break
Seriously.
for a senior in
Gen
college.
Z is destroying America. Yeah, exactly. You don't need a break from anything. College, trust me, I spent 7 years there. That was a 7-year vacation
Mm-hmm.
from reality. That's
get
what
it.
that was.
And it's a good thing, too, because yesterday's question, you would have never got. Never.
Okay, good.
Never. Today,
So we move on to today.
puncher's chance, but it's $1,200.
What's the category?
1990s number one hits. This is a big one for you.
Okay.
This could move mountains. Coming out of the dark, Sans Miami Sound Machine in 1991.
I believe we're going with Gloria Estefan.
Oh,
Gloria
sure?
Estefan. And the Miami Sound Machine? Without the sound machine, it's Gloria Estefan.
I can't take that.
Yes. Yes, you can.
No,
it's
I
Gloria
It's
Estefan.
it's a
Or
crappy
Estefan.
it's a crappy Spanish accent, and that doesn't count.
No. Boom. Okay. Puncher's chance, knockout. Puncher's chance, knockout. I didn't even go right hook or uppercut. I just went good solid Foreman jab,
Look at
knocked
you.
you on the canvas.
All right, let's see if you can get yesterday's.
No, we're not going to for. I'm
I-
not even
well,
going to acknowledge yesterday.
Just for funsies.
Sure, go ahead.
Wham! He had a number one hit as he was praying for time in 1990.
He had a number one hit. George Michael.
Oh my God, you got that one too.
There
They
you
gave
go.
you too much with Wham in there. So,
Mhm.
well, anyway, I'll do the math later because math is difficult and numbers are hard. I'll plan on seeing you back here Monday.